I was listening to maybe an audiobook or a podcast with Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, nice.
Which was the guy who does Stolen Focus.
Haven't heard of it.
It's a book about stolen focus and our phones drawing our attention away
of
from
course.
more important things, like this podcast, which is about our phones.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah, and he was saying, don't only go on your phone when you're standing up. Like, don't do it when you're sitting down, because, I don't know, it's this, like, just a mental thing where it's like, I'll only do it when I'm on the... And I'm like, should you be doing that? Should it be the other way? Should it be sitting down?
No, but then you'll sit down for hours.
Yeah, maybe you sit down for hours, okay, but then you're aware of it.
Think about it. If you're standing up, how long are you going to stand for?
Maybe we should do a podcast called On the Move. I've thought about doing this, where we get out and be active, be fit. And it's a health and wellness podcast.
That would be a totally different podcast, then.
You want to be on it?
I think I can look into those areas without doing a podcast for myself.
People can follow your health journey.
I think I should be inspired by someone else's podcast and then just do it without people listening to me.
Could find a happy medium where it's like, I don't know, we get guests on from other health and fitness podcasts. Who's a good health and fitness podcast inspiration to you? Do you have
That's
one?
the problem. I'm not listening to any yet.
Okay, I'll start one just for you that you can listen to, and it will be a private feed just for you. I'll send you the RSS feed, and
you won't even go onto the stores, Apple Store, Spotify, won't even go on.
Yeah, it's just private videos on YouTube, nothing else.
Oh, yes.
Maybe, I don't know, who knows. We'll think about that more later, but we wanted to talk about Facebook Marketplace and a whole bunch of other things, so
let's kick it off.
I think I'll throw to your intro, which starts right fucking now.
Welcome to On Our Phones, a podcast between two guys talking about everything they've seen on their phones and in their lives in Melbourne, Australia.
Right. Yeah.
My name's Jayden Shepherd, and sitting across from me is my co-host, Ben Myers.
I'm happy with your intro. Was my thing where I threw to the intro good?
No, I think it was good because you knew that, like, hey, let's get into this.
Yeah.
I'm so keen, let's not hold back.
But
like Shawn Mendes said. Shawn Mendes?
Mondes. Did you say Mondes?
I did. Stuffed it up.
What accent is that? Shawn Mondes.
It's not the right accent.
The right accent.
It's the wrong one.
No, but wait, there was one other thing you said between two guys. Is that right?
Yeah, I threw in last time. I threw in a heap of stuff.
With two guys, but then last time you said between, I listened to it and I'm like, between. I don't know, maybe it's a bit exclusionary of the audience.
I'll definitely... You know what I should do? I should have it written down, and so I can't go off script.
No, you've never had that down, and also I think people like chopping and changing it up a little bit.
I think what happened was on the old podcast we used to do, for people who aren't aware, we used to do a Big Brother podcast, and I knew the intro so well that if I ever wanted to change it, I just could on the spot.
Yeah.
But this intro, we're only, 8 episodes in.
This is correct. Yeah,
well, there was a few that we haven't published.
Yeah. They're round.
They're round. They might come out or they might not. We'll never know.
Drinking. Yep.
The intro, I've got to get down pat, but let's get into it. What on our phones? Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, yeah. So I postponed talking about this for a second because we were talking about this pre-podcast. There's a little insider thing for all you motherfuckers who just listen, who don't hear what happens before we record, which is sometimes exciting, sometimes not. Sometimes we're just like, and sometimes we just go, I'm talking to you going, hey, hold that thought.
Or other times it's me going, hey, how's your week been?
And then we have a hour-long phone conversation yesterday where at the end I go, there was some stuff in there.
Was there? I don't think there was.
I don't know, we talked about trains.
Yeah, trains, planes, and automobiles.
Veins.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be, once again, a different podcast.
We're talking about injecting, yeah.
No. Oh, well, no, some people would be on the trains.
Yeah.
Depending on the line.
I've got good veins, do you know that?
Oh, I get told I've got bad veins, so we should exchange some of our superpowers.
It's a shame we're not recording.
You do.
It's a shame we're not visually recording this episode.
Look at that. Where's my veins?
Nothing. Yeah, that's why...
They hate me when I go and get my a blood test. They hate me.
Oh, no. Do they have trouble finding it and also getting in? Do they have trouble getting in?
No, I think once they find it, they're okay. But one time I got really scolded.
Scolded? As in, how is that your fault though?
They're like, drink, because it was in the morning, and they're like, you gotta drink more water. And I'm like, I just woke up.
Yeah.
Like, how much water do you expect me to drink?
And how much difference can that make? It's like, if you drink, let's say you were to drink like 2 litres of water.
No, apparently it will make a difference.
Your veins would just be bulging.
Not bulging, but they can find it better.
Okay.
But anyway, we're going off track. Marketplace. The reason I was bringing it up is because you said, hey, sell some of the crap that's in your bedroom. And I was going to say, a lot of times people on Marketplace, I just see a lot of ads where they want way more money than they will ever get.
Yeah, sure. Well, what have you seen? What are some prices you've seen?
I see
Unjust prices. Oh my god, that is so unjust.
Yeah, well, it's definitely unjust. Well, not, I don't know if unjust, but just never gonna happen. VHS tapes.
What?
It's
nah, dude, nah.
Maybe a couple of dollars, but people are expecting big money.
Yeah, but what are the VHS tapes? Are they exclusive, or are they rarities, or are they whatever the fuck? Exclusive rarities?
Like sometimes they're Disney ones, but then other times that just random ones pop up, like a box full of Star Trek tapes.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, yeah.
And they're asking $100.
Okay, well, but the thing is, they've got that from a second-hand store or an op shop.
No, they might have just held it themselves. They might have just had it in their garage themselves the whole time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you could go to an op shop and find that, or a second-hand store or a vintage shop and find
Yeah, but they want to make money. If you give it to an op shop, you give it away.
I get that, yeah, I get that, but as in, go a little bit lower.
Yeah, because, look, every now and then, like, I might pick up a VHS tape. Like, one, it's like a film I really liked as a kid, like, let's say Spider-Man. And I go, I'll pick it up, it's a couple of bucks.
Sure.
But I'm not going to buy a box full of VHS tapes for over $100.
How much would you pay for my collection of the Herbie films? Herbie Goes Bananas, I've got that.
None, because I don't want them. Sorry.
Have you seen them?
I've seen, I think, the original and the Lindsay Lohan
I knew you were going to say the Lindsay Lohan one.
Well, come on, it was like our time.
It was our generation, but the VHS sales of the original skyrocketed after the Lindsay Lohan one.
I bet.
People said, we've got to see the original. Very disappointed when they found out Lindsay Lohan wasn't in that one.
Well, yeah, well, she wasn't alive, sorry, in the 1960s.
Was she not young? Just very young?
No, she was not there.
Damn it. Is she okay now, Lindsay Lohan? Well, let's stick on Marketplace because... so I actually picked up a couch the other week.
Well, that's different because that's kind of like, I'm sure the person... What do they sell it for? Wait, can I guess?
Yep.
Give me a bit of a description. How big's the couch and what condition?
Good. So new couch, supposedly never been slept on, but I'll get into that because it didn't fold out couch.
Oh, okay.
And it was just shampooed the day before. He just shampooed it. Like, he's given it a clean.
Okay, so a fold-out couch. You don't reckon it was the best condition? I'm gonna say $40.
Free.
Oh, wow.
So the question is, why did he steam clean it? Like, why did he clean it?
It obviously wasn't looking too good.
No, it looks great. It functions perfectly. So we go round. My friend goes, he calls me like early in the morning. He goes, hey, I've got a couch I got to pick up on Marketplace. It's only available. And it says on Marketplace, because they put it up last night, and it says it needs to be picked up between 9 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it's like, first of all, like, what the fuck?
Extremely
like, what?
specific.
Why? So we go around to this house, which is a fine house, similar size to this in my area.
It's in your area.
In my area.
Okay.
And... we go in.
Right.
Let's do the accent. So it's absolutely never. Just come in here. It's right in here. It's absolutely brand. It's pretty new. We've had it for a little while. It's never been slept on. It's never.
Right.
It's never been slept on.
Which I find hard to believe.
No. Well, he goes. So here's the thing. The lady is sitting behind him with her arms crossed, and he goes, so it's just been shampooed yesterday. I've just shampooed it over the week. I've just shampooed it over the weekend.
Right.
I've just shampooed it. I wouldn't have, Lottie, she wants to give it away for free. I wouldn't have shampooed it if I knew we were going to give it away for free, but there you go, got a shampooed couch. And we go, what the fuck is happening?
Did you ask why it had to be specifically 9 to 9:30?
No, we were scared. Because the lady looked upset and he was just keen to get this over with.
Okay.
So he's going, it's absolutely never been slept on. And he's like looking at the lady, and we go, he's fucked someone on this couch that's not his wife. You know what I mean? Or, so it's one of two things. She's mad because she's sitting there with her arms crossed, not saying anything, and he's going, it's absolutely never been slept on. And we're like, why has it been shampooed? It's a fold-out couch. You got absolutely like just a bargain. I wouldn't have shampooed it if I knew we were going to get it for free.
Did they make it clear where in the house the couch was?
No.
Was that what
it wasn't the biggest house, and there was other sofas around. And he's going, but we're hoping to get 150 bucks for it. I spent more money shampooing it. It's like, okay, he's either slept with someone on this couch and she knows it, and he's trying to prove to her that it hasn't happened. So he's going, it's absolutely never been slept on, not once.
But laying it on so thick.
Yeah, laying it on so thick. Or he's got a hunch that she's fucked someone on this fold-out couch, and he's trying to be like, yeah, no, absolutely never been slept on, waiting for her to crack or feel guilty.
I think the first one's more likely.
Absolutely, it's never been. Looking at her, no, it's never been slept on. I'm telling you,
because if she had been doing the sleeping, she wouldn't be looking angry.
Yeah,
she'd be looking nervous.
Yeah, she would know. Well, that was the thing. It was hard to gauge because she was just sort of very blank expression. So it's like, was she hiding guilt? Was it remorse? Was it like, is she trying not to? I don't know the basics of the psychology to read the emotions.
Right. And now this couch, does it look underslept on? Like, does it look unused?
Well, someone slept on it the next night.
Yeah, how'd they feel?
Slept on it a few times since, and it's done a good job. No one's had any complaints. That's the springs.
I just find it hard to believe that someone would have a fold-out couch and never once use it.
Yeah, well, it's never been slept on.
I just don't know.
Where the fuck did they get it from, and why 9 to 9:30 pickup? Who was coming around after that?
Unless it was going to the tip straight after that.
Yeah, maybe he just needed it. Maybe she said 9:30's your absolute latest.
The latest.
9:30's your latest to get that disgusting, that whore that you slept on the bed with. You know? Like, don't you reckon?
Potentially, yeah.
Skank, that absolute skank. Get it out of my house. I don't want to see it.
You should go back on their Facebook profile and see if they'll sell anything else. You should go back and find out.
Maybe she said 9 o'clock. Maybe she said 9. He goes, well, I wake up at 9 and I start work at 10, so it's got to be 9:30.
Yeah.
It's got to be 9:30.
Did she say anything?
She said a few. I think we were carrying it out and I hit the door and I think she said, watch the door.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she said, watch the door. She said, watch the door. She said, no, what? Like, got mad because I was going to hit the door with the fucking bottom of the thing. Anyway, so that's my marketplace.
And this is why now I'm always resistant to even do marketplace. It's like you get so many kind of weirdos and crazies.
Oh, people have been murdered, surely.
Surely, but, you know.
Because people go off the books. People say, hey, like, call the number.
I always do, safe location, safe space.
I'm still bummed out about the Irish accent. I still got to...
It really has affected you,
I'll retell the story later on. I'll retell it and you can act surprised.
Maybe.
Alright, what has happened on our phones this week? That's something that's happened in the real world.
That's something in the real world.
That's linked in between the phone and the real world. But what do you got?
Well, you would have noticed all on your phones last week leading up to the end of October. It was Halloween.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about this, and I'm keen.
I did. Well, there's two reasons I want to talk about it. If you're okay with it,
sure.
Will you?
if you're okay with me talking about Halloween,
if you're okay with Halloween,
I don't want to go there. I don't know if I want to go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
maybe you're not.
I'm kidding.
Did you ever do Halloween as a teen or growing up? You ever do it?
Yes, of course.
I feel like you would have,
because my area is very. They love it. They love it in our area. It gets busy.
Good.
Gets busy.
Here's two things. A pro and a con. Pro. People should be able to enjoy Halloween in this country. I'm sick of the people who keep on complaining about it being American.
Wait, this is the con?
No, it's a pro. People should be able to enjoy themselves.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Go ahead, enjoy the night, enjoy it. I don't care about it being American. I found it funny that people cling onto that as if we don't do some of the other American things.
Exactly. So the con is you're scared.
No.
You get spooked.
The con is, if you're going to do it...
Oh my god.
You're going to do it well, because I'm sick of people doing shitty little costumes that have no effort put into them.
So the story in my family is the classic story. I hated it when I was a kid, when girls would dress up as fairies and shit, as cute shit, as opposed to scary shit, because I like dressing up scary. And I there's a photo of me in my house when I'm like 8 years old, and there's a sign out the front of our house that I made, stuck in a picket thing, that says, no pretty little fairy girls allowed. Because I was like, that off, none of them allowed. Because,
and then how many people did you get at the door that night? Very few.
Less. No girls that night. But I think the girls have come around and they're wearing like the scary nun costume.
I don't think you have to be scary. There's nothing like in America, where people do Halloween, kids dress as whatever. You don't have to be scary.
You don't have to be scary. People, in America, people don't do scary. Yeah.
But I just feel like Australians don't put enough effort in. Some of them literally. I remember last year I was going out to the movies on Halloween night, and we were driving and we saw a pack of teenagers, all of them in white t-shirts with blood on it, and that was their costume.
That's fine.
That's not enough effort.
It's not enough effort.
That's not a costume.
It's not enough effort. It's not. Maybe not. But they've done something. I wore a flannel. And I was Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, first of all, that's not enough effort to even be Jeffrey Dahmer. But second of all, maybe don't be Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, so first of all, maybe don't be Jeffrey Dahmer, but the night before was watching Dahmer with my brother, and I saw him in this diner scene, and I noticed, I went, something's up there. What is it about? And I went, oh my god, I have that flannel in my cupboard. And I pulled it out. Did
you wear the glasses?
I didn't do the glasses, because...
you couldn't even... That's my point. If you're going to do a fucked up costume, you couldn't even wear the glasses.
It's real, here's the thing, it's real fucked up. No. No, some people... I didn't see anyone who went as Dahmer. I actually just have a really scary... I have a really scary rabbit mask.
Okay.
Which is like blood on the mouth, like dripping. But it's like, I just go for a walk around the street because I like seeing all the kids having fun. And
Maybe you're the person that I don't like. You just put a mask on and that's it. You think that's enough?
because I just want to do, I'm not trick-or-treating, I just want to do a lap of the estate.
Even if you're not trick-or-treating, just still do something better.
Actually, no, I didn't have the bunny mask this year. I did that a few years ago, but it actually scared a lot of kids, and the parents said, a parent said, dude, come on. Because I was too scary, and all I'd done was put this mask on, which I got from wish.com.
And you had to take it off in front of him and be like, hey, I'm not really a murderer, I'm just...
Yeah, I had to get in their face and tilt my head, and because it's like bleeding from the teeth. And I saw a kid this year who had, he was dressed as a wiggle, but he was like 3. And he like looked at me, and he just went, hello, hi, and then I just went, hi, and I'm like tilting, I'm looking scary. I think it was in like a scary like green like mask that covers the whole head, quite hard to breathe in. Right. Better than an N95 for sure. Yes. And the kid just looked at me going, hi, and I go, hey, like, how you doing, man? Great costume. I just wanted to be friendly because he's young, but he just keeps going, hello. Like,
yeah.
What?
Because aren't they meant to ask trick or treat? But they always want a treat, right? You don't want a trick.
I remember the one time someone said to me, trick. And I went, ugh, boring.
And what do you do for them? I don't even like this thing. I never did trick or treating.
Yeah.
So I never really understood the whole trick or treat. What did you do as their trick?
She said trick, and I.
No, you don't want to say it?
No, it was a bad joke.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. We'll leave it to the past then.
They said trick, and I punched him in the balls.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Punched him in the balls.
Well, that was a trick for them.
You tricked me.
It definitely wasn't. Well, for some people, it could be a treat.
Oh, you got me. You got me good.
Some people, it could be a treat.
That's a prank. We talked about this on last week's episode. Not really a prank because it actually hurt.
Yes, yeah. Pranks are meant to be fun.
Yeah. So, how did your Halloween actually go?
My Halloween was me submitting an assignment.
Oh.
But I got it done by 9:30, so that was okay. So that was
and
something.
Then you got out a bit later on.
No, I didn't get it. It didn't go anywhere. I just put Scream on.
Did anyone? Nice. Did anyone stop by your place?
No.
What?
No. In our area, I mean, obviously not everyone knows this, but in our area, there's like a Facebook group that is designed for people to
ousting pedophiles.
No, it's designing for people to know where the Halloween houses are.
Ah, that's cool, yeah. I like that, and people go from one to the next.
Yeah. But even still, I think I'm on another community page group where they're like, hey, like, if they've got decorations out the front, it's like a good chance they're going to, like, answer the door.
Yeah, it was the same at my house this year. The one thing, and this might have bugged you, is I remember years back when Halloween, there was no decorations when I was a kid.
Okay, yeah.
But now there's a lot of houses with decorations.
Of course.
Like, and they go hard.
Yeah.
They go real hard.
Companies are there to make money off Halloween.
And my estate, was I think the other year my next door neighbours counted 450 kids that came through.
Oh.
People come from other estates to go to my estate because it's safe and there's functions and there's...
Because they know.
Yeah, but this was even before there was decorations that we used to get popular.
Oh, it was just word of mouth.
And I guess people started to lean into it when maybe an American neighbour moved in. There was always this old couple that never... Well, the two that I remember... One was the guy who gave me he goes, we go trick-or-treat, me and my friend Jayden trick-or-treat, and he goes, sorry, one sec, he pulls out his wallet and just goes to my friend Jayden, here, and then, he didn't have another note, so he goes, sorry, let me, he runs to his cupboard and just finds a block of Cadbury chocolate and goes, there you go, sorry, gives me the fucking, anyway. So I remember him, I remember the dentist who lived behind me, who was my dentist, and he'd give out apples.
Oh, no, shut the fuck up.
I'm not kidding, what a bitch. And the other one was, give out charcoal toothpaste or something. And the other...
Yeah, that makes at least sense.
Or Minties, yeah, or Eclipse Mints, or chewing gum. And
Tic Tacs.
And the other one is the neighbours behind me, who, the guy's lovely, but I never see the wife. The guy's always out walking the dog. And the wife was, they're an older couple. And this was, 10, 15 years ago. But I remember walking up to the house to go knock on the door. And she goes, we're not doing it. Get away. No, we're not doing it. It's American. It's an American tradition. Yeah. We're not doing that. Okay, get out. Get off the property. So we leave, right?
Right.
Don't think about it again. Don't go back to that house. I see, because there's a street that was around the corner from me, which is a full Halloween party, right?
Oh,
like
nice.
in the whole street, there's like pizza vans. There's pizza vans up top because they do like festivals and stuff. They go to like fucking Falls Festival and do pizzas.
Yeah.
They had like pizzas that had the pink food coloring and the brains on it, whatever.
Themed.
Margarita to look like fucking and then there's houses with spiders in the coffins. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And I see that lady, that couple. Right?
She's there.
And she goes, yeah, she's there because she lives one street over and she's looking around at all the kids going, it's just so great that everyone's getting into the spirit of it. Everyone's dressed up.
Is this the same year?
No, this is 15 years later. This is because now it's like fully taken off. And she goes, it's just great to see everyone getting into the festivities. Like, it's amazing, isn't it? There's just hundreds out.
I'm glad she came around.
She came around,
but still, fuck her. If she was smart, she would have been like my dad. Dad used to put a sign on the door saying, we're not doing it.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember the time that I went out with my brother and my mother to trick-or-treat because we were too young to like be out by ourselves.
Do it alone, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's good. Good.
And
protective parent.
we came home and someone had thrown green paint over our door.
Oh, what the
like
fuck?
green paint on our door, and we freaked. But that same year, I think we're across the street. We're just trick-or-treating in our street, and our mum's out the front, and a Commodore drives past, like a sedan, with just some youths in it. Just gang of youths, and they're fucking throwing like candy out the car, like mints. Just go, here you go, kids. Just chucking it at us. Like,
did it hit anyone?
No, well, they're just piffing it, but like at the ground.
To land at the grass.
And me and my brother run to go grab it. And my mum goes, don't pick it up. Like, expect you to be poisoned or something. Like, just like, like these kids are going around just poisoning people. I did egg some kids one year.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I know.
I
I was 18 and I was the punk that year.
Hope you feel bad.
And I think we weren't getting anyone. Like, we weren't hitting anyone. We were just sort of hitting the pavement. So this is when we were 18 and losers, That's fine. And the fucking these kids are all looking at us like not coming closer because we're like trying to land a shot, and then we're going, come here, come closer, and they're going, no, and I go, like, hit this kid, and egg doesn't split and just falls on the pavement in front of him. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, you had bad. That's probably karma.
I deserve to be in trouble for that.
Yeah.
I should be in prison anyway.
No, not quite, but maybe just
Slap on the wrist, yeah.
maybe one day someone will egg you.
Well, what's the penalty for that?
Oh, I don't know. Do you remember when people were putting nails in strawberries?
Yeah, that's a bad one. It was like pins, needles, yeah. In the supermarkets, yeah, that's dangerous.
Yes, it is.
And that's probably actually really like the closest you can get nowadays to a you can't get away with serial killing anymore.
I don't think you ever should have been able to.
No, you shouldn't have.
But people got away with it.
People got away with it because there was less, we know the deal. This is the worst thing I've thought ever. Okay.
I love that there's a disclaimer, at least.
And I obviously wouldn't do this. But every now and then you think to yourself, how would I get away with killing someone? And there's no part of you that wants to. I don't want to. The thought of being violent actually sickens me. I'll open with that disclaimer.
Like the TV show How to Get Away with Murder.
Exactly. So I'm in bed with a girl and she's asleep and I go, hey, just hypothetically, what would the way be? And I'm like, yeah, I could probably do it. Just get her in the car, take her to a place far, far away. And then I go, no.
That wouldn't even work.
I go, no. Because first of all, her phone's on her. They'd track her.
Okay, even if it wasn't, it still wouldn't work.
And second of all, I was just at an RSL with her playing pokies.
There is no way you were getting away with that.
And also, I'd probably been kissing her and, we'd been in bed together and whatever else. And, DNA, whatever else. I'm sure my saliva's there and,
Yes.
And
you would be done.
Jesus Christ. But obviously, haven't...
No, because there was the cold case of a former NRL player and school teacher that in the late 80s.
It just got broke. So what's the name of the podcast?
The Teacher's Pet.
The Teacher's Pet, which is a big Australian podcast. It was one of the first true crimes. The big ones, because I remember being over in Thailand in 2018 and some girl who was travelling and she was a teacher or something, and she said to me, I'm listening to this podcast at the moment, which is Teacher's Pet, and it's so great, you'll have to listen to it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm into true crime shows. I'll have to listen to this, because up until that point I was very, Rogan, or he was the big one at the time. And
still is,
yeah, he still does it. But that was the main one I was listening to, because it was just like in that field. And she goes, so I tried to listen to it, but it wasn't really my thing.
That's fair enough.
I struggle with the podcast because there's so many characters and you struggle to keep up with just the names without the faces. That's me. Maybe I've got problems.
I'm shocked they haven't done like a TV version.
Yeah, they should.
Shocked they haven't. Now that it's been solved.
They need and next year everyone will go as the rugby player.
I hope not.
Dressed up in the rugby gear.
I hope not.
Okay. Well, so what happened in the end then?
Well, no, because it was a podcast where they kind of had some evidence that pointed towards him, but not enough that was like...
Oh, so they did know the whole time who it was, and this just the DNA confirmed it.
There was always suspicions because, like, just through the circumstances. But yeah, I think earlier this year he was found guilty,
and he's been in prison.
Yes, as far as I know.
How long after?
I think it's been like 2 decades.
Was it the 70s or yeah?
I think it was the 80s.
Okay, sure.
Or maybe early 90s, late 80s. But yeah, so I think you would have no chance. No offense, you would have no chance of getting away with murder. You would have to be better than the description you've described.
You have absolutely no chance. Yeah, dude, that was a long time ago.
Viola Davis would be very disappointed in you.
Who's Viola? Anyway.
The actress from the show How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, yeah, I know her. I've watched a few episodes.
I haven't, but still.
Good for you for knowing then.
Hey, the name describes the show, so I don't have to need to watch it. I just know that on the show they discuss How to Get Away with Murder.
Yes, yeah, you'd hope so. So, I remember when walking in lawn one year with my buddy Jayden, there's so many bracken fern.
What's bracken fern?
Bracken fern is ferns, just the ferns you see in the
ferns, okay.
Yeah, just ferns you see in the
wilderness,
yeah, whatever. It's ferns. You've seen ferns,
right?
And but it's like just forever for miles, and there's gullies and everything. My friend Jayden goes, "This would be just you could hide a body here. If you were out here with someone, you took them out. This would be the perfect place. No one would find them."
But once again, is there phone on them?
I think this was
still, it's just
that's the thing. You got to get the phone off them, and that's why you got to say earlier in the day, all right, we're having a family day, not a family day out. We're having a fun day out. It's Sunday, no phones, no.
But then as well, and then you got to think, were you with them in the closest area where there was CCTVs?
That's the thing. How do you avoid that?
That's the thing. I can't it's not work happening.
Around. Everything's covered.
Yeah,
everything's covered.
So you're not going to be getting away with murder.
I just can't do it. I couldn't. I honestly, in this day and age, I don't think I could do it.
I don't think anyone should be doing it.
No one should be. But it's about the thought of could I? Yeah.
I don't think so.
When's the last time someone got away with it? Let's think. Like recently, is there any cases we can think of?
I'm sure there is cold cases out there. I'm not saying that there isn't, but it's like much harder said than it was 40 years ago.
Yeah, because of the interstate highway system. You know about that?
I don't think I want to know.
They explain it.
Is it a conspiracy?
No. Well, Jeffrey Dahmer's asking a pastor, why there's so many at the moment? How many people are there like me, and why there's so many people like me at the moment? Because him in the 70s, like serial killers.
Okay.
And I think he's talking about how many people are there like me, and he's more referring to why he's evil. He wants to know why he is the way he is mentally.
Right.
And the pastor says, well, some people think it's the interstate highway system. It just made it easier for people to transport a body and for them to make the body disappear overnight without any trace of them being there.
I'm sure even before there was interstate highways, it was still pretty easy.
That's the thing.
For bodies to be...
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No.
Well, thanks to Ryan Murphy for giving us that information.
So let's not talk about Dahmer, but let's talk about the response to
yes,
which is Katy Perry.
What's Katy Perry done?
Well, Katy Perry, Kesha, and Eminem, who are being pulled up for offensive lyrics involving insensitive lyrics involving Jeffrey Dahmer.
Which to me, I don't know about the other two, but Katy Perry was pulled up back in the day. So
she was for that line.
Yeah, people said even back in 2012, they're like, that's not a good line.
But it's weird because it wasn't her; it was Juicy J, wasn't it? Wasn't it Juicy J or something?
Yeah, but I mean, it's her song.
It's her song, yeah.
It's her song. It's published under her name, Katy Perry featuring Juicy J.
Yeah, but there was another song which she actually did cut from the album. She changed the line like Beyonce did recently.
Oh, okay.
Which was, she says the line, she's like spitting bars, and she says, Jeffrey Dahmer, I'm gonna put your head in a motherfucking cooler.
Oh.
No, she doesn't at all. That's another song I heard the other day, and I'm like, well, that's insensitive.
Yes.
Well, that's a bit insensitive.
But yeah, I've always known about the Katy Perry one. I didn't know about the other two. Was it Kesha?
Kesha, which I didn't read the line, and Eminem, but then again, I'm sure he's done worse things. He may have actually cut someone's head off. I don't know.
I hope not. Well, mate, if it wasn't him, it was his alter ego.
Yeah, sure. That's good. Does he have a few? Marshall Mathers and...
I don't know if he's got more.
I don't listen to Eminem.
I thought you would have back in the day.
I did. Do you remember the time this is the one time you got mad at me, I think.
Really? Yeah,
I'm playing Eminem in the studio, like an editing studio, like 2016 at Holmes Glen.
Okay.
I think Promise is in the room.
Okay.
And you're there, and I'm playing this Eminem's Rap God real loud in the room. Not too loud, but like you didn't like it.
Okay. I can't even remember this.
And you say you don't talk, but I'm enjoying it because I used to like the song.
Okay.
And you just go, can you like just turn that down or off?
Okay, but
so blunt. And I like didn't lose respect for you, but I was concerned.
But that doesn't sound like that much of an unjust thing to ask someone if they're playing music out loud in an area where I'm assuming we were working.
No, you were on your lunch break. No, I've got no idea.
But even if I was on my lunch, like, let's say we were in a
wanted
small...
peace and quiet.
Yeah.
But also go to another editing studio, you dick. And go
I could have said the same to you. You go to another editing studio.
Put your headphones... Yeah, you could have said... You know what the nicest thing you could have said would have been?
What?
Hey, buddy, here's some headphones. Just, no.
So, yeah, you didn't have your own headphones, so you expect other people to give you headphones.
Plug those in, you son of a bitch.
I think by asking someone to turn it down, it almost always implies if you've got some headphones, put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't... I think you handled it respectfully.
No, it sounds like you've been holding on to it, so I'm glad you got that out.
And there was, to be fair, there were some disrespectful lines in there that may have not only sat well with you, but not sat well with a lot of people.
Yeah,
he said some horrible things, and
me,
including one that I can't. The worst one.
Yeah.
No. A lot of times I hear. Let's not get into that.
No, you don't know.
No.
Okay. Was it about me?
No, it wasn't about you. It was about it was about Iggy Azalea.
Fair enough. What else? What else have you been seeing on your phone?
She's so irrelevant. No, it's all good.
She's kind of fallen off. What else have you been seeing on your phone?
She'll make a comeback. I got money on it.
I doubt it.
Open up the safe. Bitch has got a lot to say. That one.
I absolutely doubt it. She's coming back. She didn't really make that much of an impact to begin with.
She had Anyway, you were talking about Bono earlier.
Let's not talk about Bono.
We talk about him every week.
All of a sudden it'll be the Bono podcast.
Because if we don't have anything else to talk about, then that's my only thing. No, I can't. You go for it, man. What do you got?
I was scrolling Twitter last night and...
turns out Elon Musk bought it, yeah.
Yeah, he has. Today's his first day in charge fully. But
Cha-ching.
no, not quite about Elon unless you want to go there later. But The Block finale was on. Remember the TV show The Block?
Yeah, remember who remembers The Block? The Block, you know it?
Well, for people who aren't from Australia or people who are from Australia who need some reminding, The Block is a television show where a lot of... mostly bogan Australians come in, renovate some old houses, and look to win some cash at the end of the day.
Yeah.
My question to you is, whom would want to be buying...
What? Or whom?
Yeah, what, or whom would be buying these houses that have been made so badly by these people who have no clue what they're even doing?
No clue what they're even doing. Yeah, so they don't have a clue what they're doing, and some people don't even like houses.
Yeah.
So, how much of it do they do?
Not as much as you would assume, as if you watch the show, I used to back in the day.
And you liked it because there was a lot of bogans who were like, lifting wood and...
I mean, when... this is going back a while, I remember... It was really popular when I was in high school and I was doing work experience just near where they were filming, so that would have been 2012.
Yeah.
So 2012, it's been on for more than a decade. And I think it was just like, like ordinary people, and you're watching every night of the week, and each week is a different room, so they're doing the bathroom this week. They're doing the kids' bedroom next week. But eventually you're like, this is just the same every year.
But it's been running for a long time.
It has.
Yeah, it's funny.
It still rates well. So I have questions about why people watch it. But I don't know. People spend a lot of money on these houses.
Yeah.
Like $2 million.
Well, do you know how much they paid for the properties in the country?
No. How much was it?
They bought like a shithole of units in the country, and they go... $14 million for the fucking lot of the joints,
That's I think it was five different lots, like 5 teams.
5 lots, mate.
So what's that divided by 5? That's like 2.5 each.
Yeah.
Around that, 2.7 each.
You'd hope so. Yeah. I got to listen to this clip.
Yeah, sure.
My wife is not gonna like that.
You guys are delightful.
These guys are on the block this year.
And they were delightful, according to Carl Stevanovic.
No, but the line is, there are these two, like, I assume, Greek guys, and they're like a bit buff. They're Greek, and they're lovely. They're friendly.
They're the winners.
And, they were in the end. Good on them. But in the end, I saw a clip of this scene where I couldn't find it, but I see this clip where the two of them are sitting next to each other. It's like one of the first episodes.
Oh, okay.
And one of the brothers goes, "No, he's always saying to me, you got to watch the block. You got to check out the block. You got to get on the block. You got to try check it out. Watch it on Channel 9." And I always say to him, "No, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't watch it. I just can't."
And I bet you if they said that in the audition process, the producers would have loved him.
It's funny they aired that, dude.
Yeah.
Why did they air that?
Because they love the fact that this guy would be going on admitting that he doesn't know what's going on.
I just can't, like, insulting the show on it, yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't.
But it's almost like they would hope that this guy would be terrible because he hasn't watched the show before.
Yeah, sure. But then again,
They won.
some people do good without knowing.
Yeah, you don't need to know everything in life.
Yeah, you don't. But so what else do you want to say about the block? Because the block is, it's been interesting.
But the problem is that a lot of people watch it. I don't know.
The problem is, that's the problem.
That's the problem. A lot of people watch it.
That's what I can't get over.
Sometimes I just check it out on Instagram at the end of the week and I just check out the makeovers and that's it. I just scroll through the photos and I'm like, okay, that saved me a week of watching this shitty show.
So, it saved me a week of watching this shitty show.
Yeah.
That's you. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I can't do it anymore.
Back when I was 15, I was watching it. I was watching it every night, in deep.
That's the thing. I remember my cousins came down from fucking Queensland to go to the auction.
Oh, no way. Because you can walk the days before you walk through.
We judged that, but then again, I did go to fucking Queensland for the Big Brother house years back there.
No, that's different. That's different.
It's a fucking piece of television history.
Big Brother, it's different.
Yeah.
The block.
The fucking block.
I just can't understand how someone would pay so much money for a house that has clearly been done extremely fast.
Yeah.
Like there's houses in my area that
I'm
are
sure they're shitholes, yeah.
taking so long to be built. So yeah.
Taking so long to be built.
Yeah, and as opposed to the block.
Turn it into affordable housing,
Affordable? What's that?
Affordable housing.
What's affordable?
For homeless people.
Maybe that's what they should do when you're on the block.
Housing commissions.
You should mention that on the block when you're like, hey, instead of doing an auction, you should just,
We should go in and protest.
I'm not a big protester. I'm too lazy for that.
You wouldn't glue your hands to the blockhouse?
I feel like you surely would know this about me, that I'm too lazy to protest.
Yeah, but I mean...
Like when they invented slacktivism,
yeah.
I'm like, that's perfect for me.
That's on Twitter.
That's perfect.
Yeah, what? I can just use a hashtag and that's
a
that's
few
the end
images.
Of my...
I can post a black image on my Instagram and feel like I've made change. Yes, that is for me.
Did you ever go any further than that?
No, I didn't do the black image because I thought it was stupid, which it was.
It was?
Don't you remember the black image thing?
The black image, yeah, I remember the black image.
Yes, but it actually did more harm than good.
Yeah, I know.
Because on the hashtag Black Lives Matter, where they were trying to get information out, instead, for a 24-hour period, it was a heap of black images.
The funniest thing was people posting it one day being like, how dare you not post it? Or how dare you post something else on this day? Like, how dare you? And then the next day it was, how dare you? Like, the same people being like, don't post the fucking square.
Yeah.
Don't post the fucking square.
Lost their minds.
How dare you post the square?
Yeah, my sister posted it.
It's fucking it.
My sister posted a black square, and I told her that she was an idiot.
What did she say? Did she take it down? She cry?
She didn't cry. She was like, oh, I thought I was doing the right thing. I'm like, yes, your intentions were good, but maybe instead of posting a black square, you could have posted some information about why this is bad.
Can you post a black square with information?
No, because that still defeated the whole idea.
What's the best image to go with it then?
I think an infogram.
Yeah, sure. There was some good, a pie graph, a pie chart.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be a graph. Just some. Haven't we talked about the Instagram account before, the Daily Australian? Have I talked about that with you or someone else?
Sure, maybe.
They're pretty good at it on Instagram.
Odds, yeah.
They put news up, but in kind of like flashes of
little
colourful
chunks of information that I can read and is palatable because we read well. People read well through images. We see images and we go, oh, I'm dyslexic. I can.
Yeah,
I have a short attention span. This grabs me.
5 seconds.
What about a Venn diagram?
Venn diagram.
You see Kamala Harris the other day?
No, I did not. No.
Being like, I was making a Venn diagram the other day. You know the Venn diagrams where you've got the two circles with the bits in the middle? Talking about policy.
I do love the bits in the middle.
Yeah, the bits in the middle are good.
That shows that we can all find a middle ground.
We can all find a middle ground, yeah.
Or if everything's super perfect, then the two circles just fully overlap.
And between, sure. And those, like, you've got like her approval ratings and the other a party's approval ratings or Biden's approval ratings, and they merge, and in the middle it's got a approval rating of 24% in the middle of the Venn diagram.
There you go. It all works out.
Oh yeah,
it all works out. How are we going for time? I feel like we're nearly...
We'll keep going because I think I'm going to cut a few minutes.
Oh yes, because you were struggling with an accent earlier.
Yeah, which I'm still working on in my head.
That is true.
What else you got for the this pod? Or do you want to leave it for the kick on? Or do you want to? We can probably split and do another episode if you want.
I don't know. It just depends.
We got time.
It just depends.
We can do it because we're going to go for 40.
I'll give you a quick little ditty. You were talking about this yesterday quickly on the phone.
Yeah.
But I finished uni for the semester.
Congratulations.
Thank
Me too.
you. And congratulations.
I finished for the year, forever.
Forever. Congratulations for graduating.
Forever. Yep.
Or do you say that more when you do the actual graduation?
We're not doing that.
You're not doing it?
Boring.
Why not?
Oh, so many people just getting on a stage and with hats.
Yeah, but the hats are fun.
Fuck me.
Okay, well, congratulations for graduating.
Thanks for congrats. And yeah, I don't need someone to shake my hand who I don't know.
I think it should be more about you shaking their hand. They should be privileged for...
They shake so many people's hands.
They should be like, I'm shaking Ben Meyer's hand. Privileged.
Yeah, but then they shake, like, dude, a whole, like, stadium full of other people's hands. It's
that's the job. That's what they sign up for.
Yeah, but they charge $280 to go to it.
Yeah.
And have a dinner with people I hated.
Nice.
No, I didn't hate them. We just, we never, most of them I wouldn't catch up with outside of class.
Can you just do the stage stuff and not the dinner? Can you bounce from the dinner?
No, you must pay.
Yeah, but...
That's what they said to me. You must pay.
You must pay.
Take it out of my fucking tuition of that year during COVID where you charged us thousands of dollars for facilities we didn't get to use, dude.
Surely not thousands.
Thousands.
Surely not.
6,000 to be specific.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that didn't change the cost. Yeah, I get you. But anyway, to treat
son of a bitch.
To treat myself after the semester ended, I thought, oh, I'll go to the movies. I like doing that.
You went to the movies a few times.
I did, but this was the first time out of the 3.
This is our new podcast, a new segment, At the Movies.
At the movies with David and Margaret.
I was
remember
just going to say, yeah, of course I do.
Yes,
yeah,
nice.
They're nuts.
The problem was at my cinema there was no Margaret. It was just David, because I was all alone.
Wait, you're David.
I'm David.
You're David.
There was no other Margaret.
You didn't have your Margaret there.
I was all alone.
Oh.
Like, literally. No. Has this ever happened to you before? There was no one else. There was no one else.
I think I've been with, like, a few times with, like, one friend, and it's just the two of us, but that's it.
But no one else.
Yeah.
No one. And so I was seeing Halloween Ends, and at the very end of the film, I turned around, and the usher was just standing on an angle beside me, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck. And she's like, do you like it?
She said that.
She was like, oh, what'd you think?
She said, I'm Margaret.
Yeah, that was... Well, to be fair, she was an older lady, so she could have been my Margaret.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm a younger man.
That's very cute. Wait, is in the row behind you or right next to you?
No, so I was probably like 2 rows down, and it was just...
Wait, from the front?
From the back.
Thank fuck.
The way...
I go middle.
You go middle?
I go middle, baby.
Middle?
We go middle, baby.
Anyway, she was basically there to clean up, and I felt bad, but she was just cleaning up my shit.
Just cleaning up my shit. And do you spill fuckloads of popcorn?
Kind of, yeah. So I have the popcorn...
No matter how hard I try.
Yeah, it happens.
I can't help myself.
It happens. I have the popcorn on the seat next to me, and I kind of scoop it up, but whenever you scoop it up, some of it falls out.
I can... You know the best one I got in the cinemas, because we always sneak beers in the jackets.
You spill the beer.
No, we don't spill the beer, but we put them in the bins on the way out, and the lady who's the cleaner comes out at the end, follows us, and goes, I can smell the beer on you!
Wow. Which is funny.
Smell those cans.
It's funny that they would make a big deal because the cinema that I'm at is now fully licensed, so it wouldn't even be a big deal.
The cinema that I'm at, I'm pretty sure is a drug front. They're laundering money.
Oh, is it
90% sure.
A small kind of...
Well, there's no way they're turning a profit there, let's just say that.
Look, they still might be.
No.
Does it never get busy on like a Saturday night?
No.
Well, there you go.
And you go
Do you want to name it and shame him?
Yeah, no, because they're my favourite and they'll shut them down.
Oh, that's not good.
I'll support the drug front because I enjoy the
Fair enough.
And they're nice to me for the most part.
That's good. But yeah, don't do drugs there then.
Apart from the time they turned my friend back because he didn't have his second vaccination.
Oh, well.
We were so keen because we were going to see a Halloween film last year.
Was it
2021.
Was it Halloween Kills?
Was that the last one? I think it was. Yeah, we missed it because...
Oh, no.
Yeah. We got to the door, we were so keen to return to the cinemas, and he goes, you got your Vax card? And he treated him... My friend was so devastated because he treated him like he was an anti-vaxxer.
Oh, but he had one.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Well, those days are done.
They're behind us.
So he can go see Halloween Ends now.
Yeah, Halloween Ends and Halloween the vaccine special.
That's coming next year.
It's Michael Myers, and turns out that's the reason he's the way he was the whole time. Is because he was vaccinated.
Even back in the 70s.
Yeah, in the 70s. Yeah, it was an early
it was like a measles.
What was it? Yeah, it was a measles.
Measles.
Like
Hep B.
monkeypox. Yeah, when did they have monkeypox?
I don't think they had monkeypox.
We just got 40,000 vaxxers delivered here today.
Woo! For someone who wants to move on from coronavirus, you talk about it a lot. Like I
wanted to talk about
For someone who doesn't...
Yeah.
Who wants to move on from COVID,
That's me.
Yeah. I feel like you want to move on.
Yeah, for sure.
But you knew that we were getting vaccines today. Very interesting.
I listened to the news on the way up so I could, talk about something on the podcast, but it turns out...
what was it, Fox News? 3AW?
No, it was ABC.
ABC?
Well, they were talking about monkeypox vaccines, and we got them shipped into the country so we can make sure things are safe over summer, because apparently that's when the gays have sex. They said there's going to be a wave of monkeypox over summer.
And did they say that's because that's when the gays have sex?
That's when not only is that when the gays have sex, but that's when the gays flock to the country.
I'm pretty sure the gays have sex all year round.
Yeah, the gays have sex all year round, but there's a real surge during summer, which is weird because I thought the sex time was always like winter, 9 months before February. That's why there's the baby boom. But then again, gays aren't having, you know what I mean? Kids.
Babies.
Yeah, babies. Not like they can adopt. Obviously, we encourage that if you need it because heterosexuals having way too many and they don't need them.
Well, we'll get to monkeypox when we get to it, if we do.
Yeah. What do you think of knowing someone for 3 months?
Yeah.
And then having a baby?
Bad idea. Fucking terrible idea.
I was with a girl at the hot springs.
Is that what you're doing?
I was with a girl at the hot springs. She's like a little bit drunk. She comes up to me like she knows me. Oh my god, she's really attractive.
Right.
Like, just like conventionally the most attractive girl you've ever seen.
Right.
Not that you're into that, but I am.
I can understand what conventional attraction is.
Next thing you know, I'm getting a number. I'm like sort of hanging out with her, cuddling her, and just like shit. And in one of the hot springs, nothing too much. And she reveals to me that she has a baby that's 6 months old. And I said, what the fuck? I'm like, how old are you? And she's like, 20, but I've been with this guy for like 3 months. And we're really trying to make things work. And when we like conceived the baby, like, yeah, it was an accident, but we sat down and had a chat and we made a Venn diagram. I shit you not. She goes, we made like a chart of all the pros and the cons. Yeah. And then in the middle, we actually decided we can do it. And like, yeah, it was only 3 months, but like we were like we really, like in those 3 months, we were spending all our time together. And I said, yeah, well, dude, go nuts.
Well, the funny thing is, because the pregnancy takes 9 months, by the time that they had the baby, it would have been their 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, I just saw on her Instagram they had their 1 year.
And most people who have been together for a year just going along, just slowly enjoying their time together, but they've already got a child that they have to look after.
Child, yeah. But when they, they've only been together for a year or so. When they break up, what do I say? What do I say?
I'm so sorry for your short relationship ending.
No, I was going to say, I'm going to raise that child.
Oh, you want to raise it?
Like it's my own, yeah. I can do that.
I didn't know that you'd be really committed to that.
A lot of girls are looking for that now. A lot of single moms on Tinder. I think it might be a post-COVID thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a post-COVID thing. And I'm worried that this girl's going to be one of them. And I want to be there for her. And her child.
But the thing is, if you step in really fast, she won't be going to Tinder. She'll be going to you.
She'll be coming straight to me. I got her number.
Nice. That probably shows that the relationship isn't that secure.
Yeah, well, given that she wanted to, at the hot springs, she was showing me her tattoos on her boobs. On her nipples.
On the nips.
Piercings on the nips.
On the nips. That's probably a good place to end the pod.
I want to raise that child.
When you get piercings on the nips.
Yeah, I just made a song.
Nice.
Imagine that, dude. Who would sing that if it was a song?
I feel like Cat Stevens sings a lot of songs.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, who's a more... I want to raise that...
John Mayer? I can imagine him doing something like that.
Really big artist. I don't know. I'm gonna raise that child like it's my own. I don't know. It could be on the Silk Sonic album, the Bruno Mars and the Anderson .Paak album. Maybe. No, I don't know. They're not that corny.
I don't think Bruno Mars would do that.
They're very good. I'm gonna raise that. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do Bruno. Bruno's great. All right, let's wrap this one. And
Let's
we'll
wrap
get into
it up.
The next fucking one.
Let's wrap it up.
Go as long as we want on that. Hey, do the fucking. I'll do this. You do want to do the sign off or I'll do the sign off? Which is like, subscribe, follow the podcast, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you listen, or Chromecast, Google if you're into that, or I believe we're on Audible, fucking Amazon, or whatever the fuck, and leave a positive review, and we'll give you a fucking...
We're not giving anyone anything.
We'll give you a customized, on our phones, logo tattoo on your nipple.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, that'll be you doing that, because I don't have any interest in doing anyone's nipple.
Okay, and you can come to the hot springs with me if you have a child.
Well, yes.